Hello. Okay, welcome to this media conference with Gareth Southgate. If we can have an element of silence in the back, it'd be useful. I believe there's a microphone being passed around here, so who would like to ask the first question? Dan King. Microphone just here, please. Gentleman there. Thank you.
Gareth, we could see that passions are running quite high on the touchline, and celebration with Steve afterwards. It clearly meant a lot to you to not lose that game. How important was that?
Well, firstly, I was pleased with the level of the performance because this type of fixture challenges everything: technical, tactical, physical, psychological, and the players have had to give absolutely everything to get a result from the game. I thought in the first half we were okay. We looked at moments like we could cause problems, but the quality of our passing in various phases of the game wasn't at the level it needed to be. Second half we were a little bit too passive in that period where we conceded, but the response to that was fantastic, and you know, the quality of some of the attacking play, I think we created quality chances. And I think we deserved something from the game in the end, and it's huge credit to the players that they've shown that mentality, having gone behind, not to give in, and to keep pushing right to the very end.
What was your view of the penalty, and regardless of what you think of the penalty, Harry tucking that away in a big pressure moment again? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the finish is exceptional, isn't it? You know, the pressure at that moment. He trusts his technique. We have huge faith in him. I haven't really seen the rerun again, but you know, it looked at the time as though there had been an obstruction on him at the very least. So, yeah, I'm assuming the referees looked at it and decided that's the case.
Thanks, Dan. Sammy, just here.
Hi, Gareth. You've probably said everything you can about Harry and his goal scoring, but it's 50 goals tonight. Just, you know, once again, can you express just how important he is to the team and just how good a centre forward he is?
Yeah, I mean, I think rightly the fact he's got 50 goals will be the centre part of the story, but his all-round game, the way he led the line, the way he competed, the way he pressed from the front for us today was exceptional, and I think his quality to drop deep, I know people say he drops too deep, but you need a player that can come and link the game, and he gives us so many different options, and when we had runners past him like Raheem and Bukayo and Mason, then that part of his game comes into its own. So there are little moments where he comes, he takes the ball, he relieves the pressure that you almost take for granted, but they're such an important part of the game.
Just in terms of the battling qualities of going down against an elite nation, but then going again and fighting back to get a result, that must kind of fill the squad with a certain degree of belief.
Definitely, that's exactly what we've said. At half-time, there were some things that we were doing very well, but the passing, we were poor detail passes back to the goalkeeper, poor release passes from midfield, poor link play. So given the quality we had on the show, we felt we had to raise the bar. We could see the game was there for us. When we got the ball the other side of their midfield, we were in business. In the second half, we then start a little bit slowly out of possession and weren't aggressive enough with our pressure and concede. So to respond in the way they did was fantastic. I thought, you know, in the balance of the overall game, it was well deserved. But it's an important sign for them as much as anything. You know, of course, for everybody else watching. But when you're at a team, and this group, we're still 7 or 8 that got us to a World Cup semi-final. That's why those players are so important to us, because that core of that team, they put their bodies on the line for each other, and on nights like that, you have to do that to get a result.
Thanks, Sammy. To Alex in the second row there. Thank you.
Hi, Gareth. Just a follow-up to that, really. How important is it for you to see that from the players, and going through that type of match, does it allow you to learn quite a lot what you've got in this team?
Yeah, without a doubt. you know, these series of matches are, yes, wanting to win, but also learning and improving as a team. And you can't get that against lesser opposition. So the quality of the game really tests every part of a player. And yeah, I think we'll review that and see things we can get better at for sure. But coming away from home, we've had some good results at Wembley. We wanted to come away from home and get a good result, and so important that we bounce back from a disappointing result, because, you know, we challenge the players that a top team doesn't go and lose 2 on the bounce, and they've responded to that in the right way.
Thanks, Alex. And down to Jack.
Hey, Gareth. The technical problems that you just listed up in the first hour or so, what do you put that down to, or do you think that was just the superiority of the German team?
No, I just think some of our passing was awry. The detail on it, you know, making sure that you're passing to the player's back foot, or if it's to the goalkeeper, to his left foot, not to his right. So it was just a little bit sloppy. I mean, we're talking about fine details of being able to break through the press and turn promising situations into really good chances. So we've got to challenge the team to do that. That's the level they've got to hit. And in the second half, we did that. I thought we opened up chances, and their goalkeeper makes a tremendous save on one of them. We have a ball flash across the box as well. So, and the one that Harry at 1-1 actually is, you know, you'd back him to finish that as well. So, in a game of this size, yes, you're going to be tested defensively, and the opponents are going to have their moments. But I thought what we created was really pleasing.
Thanks, Jack. While we're over that side, we go to Ollie. Just over there.
Hi, Gareth. I just wanted to ask you how much of a sort of dilemma, which maybe is a negative word, but that Grealish presents for you, because people say time and again that you don't quite trust him, and yet he made quite an impact when he came on tonight. I mean, where do you see him? Do you see him as an impact player? Do you think he can be a starter?
I think he can do both. If we didn't trust him, we wouldn't put him on the pitch with 20 minutes to go, in the belief that he can make a difference. The start of the game, the challenge for the wide players to attack, defend, try to score goals, again, high tactical level, and you've got to be spot on. And I think that's an area Jack can get better at. And what he did do was carried the ball, and, you know, at that moment of the game, as it opens up, there's a little bit more space, there's a little bit more opportunity, and also that freshness, the impact that him and Jared Bowen had was really important in those attacking areas. So, yeah, there's a good challenge there, there's good competition for places. We believe in that group of players, but we've got to keep pushing them.
Okay, we'll finish it there. Thank you very much.